Here's a text I want everyone to read. Exodus 16. In verse 18 it says, everyone had gathered just as much as they had needed. Everyone had gathered just as much as they needed. You know, there's an old saying that says this: you can take a boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. Likewise, for the people of Israel, it seemed to be the same thing. Though they were now freed from slavery, they complained of being hungry in the desert. You remember that. They grumbled. That at least they had plenty of food, they said, back in Egypt. We had more than this manna, more than these quails. We had real meat and real steaks back there in Egypt. So I guess it's true. You can't take a boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. And how did God respond to all of that grumbling? Well, in the text, in his mercy, God provided the gift of daily bread. This was a lesson in providence to teach the people that they could trust God to care for them, that he would take care of them, that he would provide for them, that he was there for them. And God even invited them to trust him enough so that they could take a weekly day off. The Sabbath was a day to set aside work, or what he called toil, or what is called labor, and to turn their mind to a resting day of worship and community, fellowship, and hanging out with the family. You know, that's what Sunday is for. It's a time to calm down, and to not only calm down, but come to church with your family and enjoy the fellowship. That's right. The home is a marvelous place to gather for fellowship on Sunday and have a family meal after being famine, if you will, all week long for your family that you have missed. You know, my daddy used to do that. He'd work hard all week as an automobile mechanic. He would have to rush home and eat supper, that's what we called it, and get the kids ready for bed and do a little bit of remembering what happened on the day of with the kids. What was our school like? What did we do? And then up early in the morning, he started all over again. But then came Sunday morning. We knew we would have time with Dad and Mom and the family. And so we were doing what we call Sabbath keeping. And Sabbath keeping became the basis for a whole new way of thinking about life. The pattern of a weekly day of rest later expanded to include Sabbath year and Sabbath season every 7 years, when the land could also take a rest and debts could be forgiven after 7 years. Then Sabbath years were extended so that after 7 times 7, 49 years, there was what was called a year of Jubilee, when the slaves were released, debts were forgiven, and land was returned to its original owners. Read Leviticus 25. And so God wanted us to have a day of rest, a year of rest, and an eternal time of rest. And so these practices were meant to protect people from poverty and to show other nations that God's people could depend on him. It all has to do with trusting God and living God's way every week, and especially on Sunday. The Lord will provide. You just got to pray. God, you are the God of abundance. You still provide our daily needs of bread. Receive us, thank you, and teach us and others that we can trust you, because you've already got the process down right. God bless you. Y'all have a great day. And remember to read that text that I talked about. That means you might have to go over this one more time. Have a great day.
You see, God will turn. God will turn it around. He will bring you out. There will be glory. after this, I'm gonna have